Sean. Thanks for number 5.
What number am I, Eric? W8LS.
Your wingman tonight, Larry, number 2.
Roger, roger.
That's me, Larry.
CGS listening.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, Ed, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm watching a Saturday Night Live sketch from 1993.
I'm sorry, I missed the first part. I got 1993. Come back. Hey, Ed, Greg here. I just caught the 1993 part over.
You dropped off, Greg.
Okay, so text me if it's important, or I'll text you later on the family.
You said something about later on, but I didn't get all of it.
Yeah, you said 1993. That's the only part I got of the sentence over.
Oh, I was watching a Matt Foley motivational speaker sketch from Saturday Night Live in 1993.
Oh, gotcha. Roger.
It's a Chris Farley sketch.
Chris Farley was hilarious. He was funny as all get out.
That's the thing we lost.
There's something about that kind of comedian. You know, we can name off with John Penn, Bruce, John Vaughn. I forgot the other guy, the guy that screamed. They're just short-lived for some reason, over.
I didn't get the last part of that.
Yeah, well, I'll just sit here. I'll let you know. KHCGS.
Check it! WB, WYB.
Hey, Tom, Greg here, KHCGS.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I'm been doing better, that's for sure.
That's good to hear that. Good to hear that. That you're doing better. Very
Well,
good.
I didn't say that.
Everything's going along pretty
But
well
at least I
here,
am
too.
talking on the radio. Over.
Up, I think I doubled with you. What'd you say?
I didn't say I was actually doing better. I'm just saying I'm on the radio.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll stand by here. WBH, WYB, and thanks, Sean, for just being there. Number 8, WBH, WYB.
Kilo 8, Italy, Charlie, Bravo.
Alpha Delta 8, Foxtrot Kilo.
Thank you, Sean.
Echo 8, now for Victor Tango, Harold and Davison.
Check in.
There's an AGQU.
Wow, that was like magic, Sean.
Mum's the word, but he gets the job done, K8 ICB.
check in. Check in. Thanks, Sean. I got to be in and out. Thanks for doing it tonight, KE8NED.
Check in.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Jeff. And 8SOB, I do have a list going here. I got all settled in. I think I'm all tuned up, ready to rock and roll. We got LS at number 2. Jeff, you're at 3. ES at 4. RNA at 5. ERV 6. CGS at 7, WIV at 8, ICB 9, Leonard, FK, you're at 10, AVT 11, ESL 12, I think Taz is checking in 13, I heard Jim out there in Hale, DQU, you're at 14 there, Jim. Got Mark in there at 15 in and out, and I got Larry at Sweet 16. This is N8SOB in the Wolverine single sideband prenet. WAZJU number 17, Marcia.
Monday there, Sean.
No, even your signal is down to me, but yeah, we're running what we normally run. My antenna is a little bit different than it used to be, but so far I found it to be better. So, hi to Eric. How you doing, Eric? Yeah, it'll come up pretty good. It's so fast, it's not too bad.
N8SOB, K9HAV.
Well, hello, Norm. Got you at number 18.
N8SOB, K9HAV.
Yeah, Norm, you copy N8SOB? I don't think I'm being heard.
You hearing something there, Norm?
I saw your number 18. I have to be in and out tonight.
Roger, roger. K89 TYO, number 19, Jim. Well, it is officially net time. The pre-net, that is. This is N8SOB. I will be the net controller on this Monday evening, July the 17th, and I am looking for pre-net check-ins. Give me your call. Get on the list. Wonder what that antenna looks like. I'm on the loop right now. When I said something about antenna, here, watch. Like right there, that's my dipole right there. And that's the loop right there.
The Delta loop or what?
Yeah, the Delta loop. Yeah, it's only 3 spots right now, but it looks really cool.
The Delta loop is stronger.
You know, and I've also found that out there, Tom, that the local stations now aren't as it's not a big difference between the two since I went to the Delta loop.
Okay. I had an idea for a loop my loop in the tree if I get it fixed past that point. You know, because the wire is stuck in a limb on the east side. I've called my bucket truck guy, see if he can get up there and look at it and break it loose. If he can, I was thinking about going to Lowell's and ordering 100 foot of plastic 3/8 vacuum line and slide that over the wire up through the trees down the other side. Then if the tree decides to grow into that tube, I can still move the wire on the inside.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I got a guy up here that's got a trimming truck, one of them for trees and stuff. He can go up 48 feet, but I don't know if he can make the reach from my driveway because I've got my service line comes into the house right there. And if I wished it wasn't there, because then he could drive right in the backyard. Maybe it's got something to do with the shape, Sean. If the Delta loop is working better than the round loop.
Yeah, it used to be 5, and then I got it to where it was pretty good at 4. It was like a square, and then the one support broke, and I was like, man, if anyone was going to break, I guess it'd be that one, and I was able to adjust the other ones out, and it actually looks really well. it looks good. Yeah. And if anything, I guess it's orange. The south, I guess, is the only one that's the same. Going east and west changed a little bit.
Yeah, we got Tigers baseball game at 8:10 tonight, and I've been listening to the 97.1 The Ticket. Apparently, Hobby Bias has done something to piss off the coach again because he's sitting down tonight, and they ain't decided if they're going to set him down through the whole series.
Man, really? That's too bad. He was really starting to do something. What? I hear somebody out there. Who's out there? Oh, that's KB8MCI. It's rough, Jody. I just know it's you because I know your voice. So if I didn't know your call sign, it would have been tough. You're down in there tonight, buddy. Yeah, it's hard. I can tell you're talking, man. I can't pull out what you're saying. I do apologize. I really do. It bothers me when I can't hear somebody.
Is that where their lips are moving, but you can't see what they're saying?
Yeah, you can tell they're there the whole time. You just can't get them.
Yeah, that radio station, Sean, isn't very happy with Corbella either. They're saying they're paying a dead horse, and they don't know why they don't take him off the roster. But there is the 97.1. They're kind of opinionated, N80 or V.
Oh yeah, Cabrera. Well, it's just last year. This is it after that, so. Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta get me a cold soda pop, maybe two. All right, we are back. This is N8SOB looking for pre-net check-ins. Give me your call. Get on the list.
Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Romeo, uniform, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, I can actually hear you pretty good tonight. I got you at number 21.
Just learning how to use your new radio.
I guess I would say, yeah, I can hear you a lot better tonight.
Way different here, very smart.
Yeah, this seems like it could use a little bit more modulation or talk a little closer to the mic. It seems like you get real loud and maybe you get away from it a little bit or something. It looks like it's pretty sensitive. Yeah, that was all right.
I turned the mic in. If I had talked to anybody that told me about the mic in, like you mentioned.
Yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, that's definitely better for sure.
Yeah, I'm beginning to like this radio now. I'm learning how to operate it.
Yeah, for sure. It's the best I think I've heard you sound.
Yeah, I had an FP 9, I think it was, 890, I guess. Boy, there's a lot of difference between that radio and this radio here.
Yep, you're getting the transmit part figured out. Hopefully you're able to hear people as well.
It all makes a difference on radio yourself. I'm not putting out 75 watts right now.
I got you about an S3, S4. I have a couple crashes that get about an S3, but I'm still hearing you pretty good with your 75 watts.
Where I turned them up to 90 watts, right?
Yeah, that was a little bit. I could tell the difference.
That's good. I appreciate it. One mistake, 7-3 fail, let you get doing what you have to do there. I do appreciate what you're doing for the net. It makes a very big difference.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I appreciate your comments. Are you going to stick around for your turn, or are you just checking in and out tonight, Charles?
I don't know. I'm the main cook around this place, so I got to get something to eat, too, so that's the problem I have. I got nobody to do it for me.
Hey, I'm in the same boat, buddy. I got me and my 17-year-old daughter, so nobody else as well. So I feel you there, Charlie. Well, I'll give you a call when we get to your name there. If you don't come back, definitely no problem. It's good to get you in here tonight anyway.
Yeah, I had my son living with me. He's my own brother. Okay, have a good 8-17 to you.
All right, 7-3 to you there, Charlie. Hope you have a good night there, buddy. Yeah, Jody, I heard you that time a little bit better. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, looks like you're out, so you must be feeling better. Oh, man, yeah, especially for 5 days for pneumonia. Well, definitely hope every day is a better day for you. I'm glad to hear you in here anyway. I know I heard you last night, and it's been tough copy, but, man, definitely prayers for you, buddy. Thanks for sharing, and glad that everything's getting better. All right there, Jordy. We'll get you in and out. Yeah, we got you at number 20. So, well, super good that you are feeling better and on the up stuff. So hopefully we'll hear you tomorrow night. You have a pleasant evening there, Jody, for sure. And a better copy on you that time. So this is N8SOB in the Wolverine single sideband net. We're taking pre-net check-ins. Give me your call.
Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Charlie Echo, Chris in Ohio, and I'll be in and out.
As always, Chris, well, it's still good to hear you in here. Glad you can jump aboard and get on our list tonight.
Haven't eaten dinner yet, that's why. KD2HC, back to net.
You gotta feed that man. Gotta keep that ham radio belly going.
Yeah, I got one. I used to have a 6-pack. Now I got a quarter keg.
Yeah, I just call it a ham radio belly.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, this is the corkscrew, and that's the Cobra. Any difference?
Ooh, wow, that was bad. Yeah, that you had a lot of RF. Oh yeah, it's bad.
I gotta move. I gotta redo the thing. I think something moved outside.
I would say it was a better signal, but yeah, I couldn't understand you. And right now, even you have like a buzz in there as well, like a carrier buzz. And then right now, whatever you're on almost has RF on it, but not nearly as bad as the other one. But when you went to the other antenna, it had a better signal.
All right, how's that? Is that a little better?
Yeah, I cleaned up the audio, but that buzz is still there. It's like a cycle, AC cycle buzz, 60 hertz or something.
Oh, you're in the. I had the mic gain up. How's that?
Oh yeah, there you go.
All right, the mic gain was up a little bit much, but okay, now let's do this test again. There's the Cobra. There should be a little bit of RF on it because the what do you call it? The lamp is going, and that's full power.
Yeah, I would say it's about 70% RF on it. I could understand you a little bit better, and the signal is better, but yeah, it's even spurring out pretty good as well.
Okay, how's that? Back down the drive a little bit.
Well, you're getting closer, but it's still there, halfway. You took some out, but 50% still there.
I must have lost the ground somewhere. Okay, and that should be absolutely clean.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah, and your signal does drop. Yeah, I seen you about 10, 15 over on the other antenna. That one's about 5 over, almost in between 5 to 10 over. So the other antenna is a better signal, but it's not liking the RF.
Okay, I put it back on the corkscrew, and I turned off one of the switches, and that should be a little bit better.
Yeah, I would say for the most part, yeah, that's pretty good. That buzz, that little bit of that 60 hertz buzz is still there, but the audio is good.
Yeah, I think it's because of the way the boom is mounted, and one of the springs on the boom is picking up the fans from the computers.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, when you did turn the mic gain down, I wouldn't go too much more with the mic gain. It's not that bad. I mean, I guess I'm nitpicking now, but your audio is clean anyway.
Yeah, there's something I moved something that was in the way. Actually, the tower's nested, so the tri-bander's closer to the Cobra. So because the tower's nested, I have grounded elements nearby my antenna, so I may be getting feedback from that. Usually the tower's not nested, and on 80 meters it may be making a difference.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like right now, yeah, you're pretty good. I wouldn't go any more with the drive or hitting it anymore with audio or anything. But yeah, the audio's still clean on that, and still a good signal. I seen a 10 over on you. So, well, anywho, it's good to get you in here. You and your antenna guru stuff going on over there, man.
Just a little baby antenna farm. No, everything's opened up right now. Everything's full power and everything's there. Okay, thank you, Sean. Have a good night. Have a good net. And this is KD2ACE back to net.
All right, real good. You have a good night there, buddy, for sure. Good to hear you in there. This is N8SOB in the Wolverine single sideband net. We're taking pre-net check-ins. Give me your call. Hey, Jerry, what's going on, buddy? We got you at number 22. Hey, those are is it a rifle or a pistol?
I got one of each.
There you go. Now you're talking, buddy.
That's just to back up my 9mm, my .357.
Yeah, that's just in case you just don't want to. You want to send a message and not really hurt anybody. The ones that are trying to run away. Well, you won't forget your number now. You know what number you are tonight on Monday night. Good to hear you in there, Jerry. Hope all has been well, buddy. Chickens. We're looking for chickens, whatever, roosters. Come one, come all. As long as you got that right license and you just want to come in here and say hi, get a radio check, do some antenna comparison, this is the time to do that here on the Wolverine single sideband pre-net. Well, we are taking pre-net check-ins. Give me your call. WA9UJR, number 23, George. K8UGB, you're number 24, Tony.
NASOB KTAS.
I wasn't sure if you were going to be here tonight, buddy.
Well, hello to you, Sean. Hello to everybody. Yeah, we had our car in for work today. I was there at the dealership 4 hours, so we made it, but thanks for 13.
I did have you at 13, and then I didn't want to get too ahead of myself because I didn't hear from you, so I switched it around. I took it in and out and kind of put it in there.
Okay, I'll go with the flow, no problem.
Check in.
Hi, Len.
Sean, I tried checking in by the block, but the band was not cooperating.
Where in the heck? You're on here. I got you at number 10, Len.
Oh, well, very good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I heard you real good when you checked in. Yeah, there was no problems there. So I take it Taz had a long day. I've had those days sitting like at Bell Tire at the car lot or whatever, just sitting there forever. That's a long day.
Well, he told me it's a couple-hour job, and then it ended up being 4 hours.
Yeah, you get antsy and kind of temperamental about the deal. It's not a good time.
And we had some good friends of ours that used to live in Michigan. We used to play cards and get together. They live in Florida, excuse me, and they're up here to visit family. They stopped by, and I was tied up at the dealership.
Was that for the Transit?
No, it's for my EcoSport.
Oh, okay, for the Escape, right?
The EcoSport, 4-wheel drive.
That's still a Ford, right?
Yes, it is. It's smaller than the Escape, and it's built in India.
Okay, you've had that long?
Since 2018, this is K8VXJ.
Hi, Doris. Okay, so you guys had... The only car I guess I recognized you guys, I never really looked at it I just noticed the Transit. Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. That is a little guy, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Sean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll need to be short time tonight. I have my favorite meeting you like to hear.
You got your hat ready?
As a matter of fact, yes, I do.
So what is this like the second Monday of the month or something?
Third Monday.
Third Monday. I'm a week behind. November 2, Charlie Tango. We got you, Bill, at number 27. Yeah, for the most part, I could normally always hear you, Bill. No problem here in the East Coast. Yeah, you don't need to do that. Smoke signals, smoke out of the radio, this or that. We can hear you just fine, buddy. Hope all is well in Bath, New York. Anytime, buddy. You know that. Well, we do got about 12 minutes before we kick this bad boy off. This is the N8SOB. The name is Sean. We're in Fort Gratiot Township here in the thumb of Michigan, and we're taking pre-net check-ins for the Wolverine single sideband net. Give me a call. We'll get you on the list.
AB8MO, I'll try to bump your VFO.
AB8MO, yeah, it works out good tonight. I got the headphones on, so the monitor is on so I can hear myself. We got you at 28, buddy. You need short time? You got band practice?
Yep, you read my mind last night for band practice. Yep, need to be short time, AB8MO.
All right, we got you number 2 on the short time list. Anybody else? KB3 PET short time. We got you at number 3 on the short time list there, Swan Bob. Anybody else? We got our listening ears on.
N8SOB, hey Sean, this is Bob. Just get me in and out. I've got lightning coming my way.
All right, no problem. Well, it's good to hear you, buddy. You definitely dodged those bolts.
Good evening, GFL.
Uh-oh.
How you doing?
Hi, Gary. Good to hear you. GFL, number 30 tonight there, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I hear you in there, Jody. A little bit rough this time, but I'm hearing you. Yeah, I got you at number 20. All right, so you're going to be able to stick around. I'll give you a call on your turn. All right, real good. We'll give you a shout then there, Jody. Hey, Don, you checking in and out tonight?
Yeah, I can't stick around, but yeah, I thought I'd listen and see what was going on pre-net, but yeah, if you want to do that, looks good to me.
Yeah, no problem. It's good to hear you in there, man. You got a really good sounding station. That thing sounds really good.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I'd love to regale you with all the magic I did, but I just plugged everything in, you know, it just works.
Yeah, it sounds really good. Like it's, I put a link on the AIM window there on NetLogger. If you're interested, I got a thing going on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that just now. I'm gonna pull that up and see what that sounds like.
Yeah, 17:53 on the clock there. You can rewind it. It'll be there till the end of the net.
Yeah, that don't sound too awful bad there. Well, 31 on a Monday. That's a great list, bud.
Yeah, not too bad, especially for a Monday. I've definitely been pretty blessed with great band conditions on a Monday so far, and yeah, just a good turnout. I definitely appreciate everybody checking in, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I got barbecue chicken on the grill. Promised my wife tonight. So what are you gonna do?
Oh, that's what you're gonna do, man. Those two things are more important than ham radio.
Yeah, roger that. Well, thanks for picking me up on the outside there and bringing me in. That's great. I'll talk to you later about 88.
Good deal there, Don. Glad I could ruffle up those bushes over there and get you out. Have a great night and enjoy the chicken there for sure. This is N8SOB in the Wolverine single sideband pre-net. We're still taking pre-net check-ins for another 5 more minutes. I'll take one more call with about a minute or so to spare. But go ahead and get on the list here. We are taking check-ins. This is N8SOB.
Oh, sure.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey, I was looking at your YouTube stream, and I expanded it so it filled my whole screen, and I found myself trying to push your menu button.
What are we trying to adjust?
I don't know. I was just going to look around.
It looks that good, huh?
It does. It looks that good. I started pushing it, and I started laughing.
Alpha Charlie 9, X-Ray November, the pea shooter of Highland, Indiana. What's going on, George?
Oh, not too much, buddy. Just got back from the old cardiac rehab and wanted to check into the net. How about you?
Hey, you know, we're living the dream. It's Monday. We're still kicking. We're sitting here in the big chair on the Wolverine single sideband net. It can't get any better there, George.
Oh, I agree. Totally agree.
I mean, it's a beautiful sunny day. What do we got? 77 degrees. Oh, it's just a beautiful day, and it's always good to be here on a Monday.
The only thing we're crabbing about down here is the air quality alert. That's about it.
Yeah, we're at a moderate right now. I think we're in the high 80s or something, high to mid 80s. We're in moderate. So today we've been pretty not too bad, but I think it's supposed to come our way with this front that's coming up. It's going to push it. It's going to push it away from you guys and going to push it more up this way.
Yeah, that's just like that's what's happening. We were up about 130, and now we're down to about 61.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a better day tomorrow, George. So hopefully your physical therapy for the cardio there went all right today, and everything is improving. Good deal. That means you're doing everything right.
Yeah, so far it seems to be working.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and take a last call here, 2-minute warning before we start the net. We can get the preamble going here. I'll be listening out for any other last-minute pre-net check-ins. Please call N8SOB in the Wolverine single sideband net.
Just running in the door, WB8VOW.
Hope you didn't stub your toe, buddy. You're 3 twice tonight.
I'm just glad to be here at all.
Well, good deal. Hope you have a good night, and definitely you got some time to get situated here.
Thanks for doing it, Sean. We'll talk soon.
Sounds good, buddy. You think at all these times I've read this thing, you'd think I wouldn't have to pull it up every time.
All right. Good evening and welcome all amateurs and shortwave listeners everywhere. This is N8SOB and my name is Sean, located in Port Huron, Michigan, and I will be your control station for this evening session of the Wolverine single sideband net. You don't have to be a member to check into this net. Everyone with a general or higher amateur radio license is welcome to participate in our net. This net meets every night of the week on this frequency 3.935 at this time 2200 UTC, and pre-net starts at 2115 UTC. The purpose of this net is to promote good fellowship among radio operators. If you would like to become a member of the Wolverine single sideband net, the requirements are 4 check-ins a month for 3 consecutive months. After meeting these requirements, please email or send your list to Taz, K-A-T-A-S, who is good on QRZ.com. You must have the check-in date and the net control call sign. Make sure it is the net control station and not the pre-net list taker, because sometimes they are different. We suggest that you send more than the required check-ins just in case of any discrepancies. We have a nice certificate and iron-on pads for new members. Information about the net and monthly awards are available on our website at www.wssbn.com.
I currently have on the pre-net list the following stations by suffix. SOB, the 8LS, JJM, EES, RNA, ERV, CGS, WIV, ICB, AFK, AVT, ESL, DQU, HCE in and out, NED in and out, RMN, ZJU, HAV in and out, TYO, MCI, PRU, WVA, UJR, UGB, TAS short time, DXJ, 2CT, 8MO short time, PET in and out, GFL, 8II in and out, 9XN, and VOW. Did I miss anybody on the pre-net list only? All right, here, nothing there. Are there any mobiles out there tonight? All right, any announcements?
Kilo 8 Delta X-ray Juliet.
All right, take it away, Doris.
Well, thank you, Sean. I just wanted to remind everybody that this on August the 12th on Saturday is the annual Wolverine family picnic. So we're just looking forward to it, and we're really looking forward to it. It looks like we've got some new people coming in this year, and that'll be that's great. So we have the new and the old. So how great is that? So if you haven't let me know and you want to come, please let me know so I can add you to the list to make sure we have enough seating and food for everybody. So and I have a comment for Harold. I want to thank Harold for the birthday card that he has sent me with some catnip. Just what I needed. But I do appreciate it. How sweet of you. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to you. This is K8DXJ.
All right there, Doris. Sounding good tonight. And, yep, the picnic is coming up, and I am super excited about that. That's for sure. So definitely can't wait for that. Good deal there. Any other announcements? All right, so far we do have two on the short time. We have Taz and Andy. Is there anybody on the list or that needs to check in for short time only? All right there, David. Well, we got you in and out. I definitely appreciate all the kind words for sure. Glad we can get you in here on the list tonight, and sounding good coming out of St. John's, Wolverine 615. Any other stations in and out for short time only? All right, let's go ahead and work these fine gentlemen so we can get them out of here, especially this guy right here, Taz. We got to get him to his water buffalo meeting here. Wear that special hat there. My buddy Taz, Wolverine 399, the man with the numbers, KTAS, stand by Andy.
It ain't SOB, Sean. My buddy Sean. This is Kilo 8 Tango Alpha Sierra. It's not a water buffalo meeting, it's a VFW meeting. And we don't wear the buffalo hats. We wear envelope hats. Anyhow, beautiful day here in Romulus. Too bad I sat at the dealership for 4 hours, but and then we had got in here late to check in, and we're sitting at 86, 23% humidity. Just a beautiful, delightful day out. I could have been outside working. Anyhow, with that, thank you, Sean, for being there. Thanks for your dedication to this fine net and family. Thanks for all you do for the net. We appreciate you as we do all of our net controls. And our relay people as well. Well, then we're going to turn it back over to you, Sean. You have a good net, and Doris will pick up the file after the net. So, NASOB, Kilo 8 Tango Alpha Sierra. Back to you, Sean.
All right there, Taz, KTAS and 8SOB. Well, I hope you have a good VFW meeting there. I know you're one of the officers, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't say anybody else could be that in that position. So, good deal there, Taz. Hope you have a good one there, my friend. Safe travels. And back out the door you go again. Boy, what a day, huh? Oh, man. So, well, thanks for getting in here short time there, Taz. Always can count on my buddy Taz and all the kind words. So, with that, we'll clear with Taz, KTAS. let's drop down and pick up Andy before he heads off to the last band practice. Wolverine 602, AB8MO, good evening, Andy.
All righty, and I'm going to make sure I don't time it up this time. This is AB8MO, glorious N8 SOB remote. You know, Sean, you sound spectacular. I think that, like, I swear you're in the room with me. Anyway, hello. Let's see, you had a nice chat with Swan Bob here, and we're kind of talking amplifiers, and, well, hopefully it'll still be worth fixing. We'll see. So, anyway, he's got his hands in a lot of stuff there. He's a busy guy. So, anyway, it's good to hear him. It was great talking with him on the phone here. I think I'm going to stop by Wendy's and redeem some points. I had 1,000 points there, and I think I'm going to get myself a crispy chicken sandwich. Well, not the cheap ones, not the dollar ones, the $5 and change one. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to head out the door as soon as I unkey here. And I hit a couple dead spots, so I figured I better just talk before I leave the house. So anyhow, you know, I tell you what, there, Taz, I'd be willing to bet Sean knows it's not a water buffalo meeting. It's just fun to say that, and I wouldn't blame that if he just said that just because it's fun to say. Back to you there, Sean. I'm sure you'll do a nice job for the net. Thanks for getting me in here. This is AB8MO.
All right there. Yeah, I just, you're exactly right. You hit the nail on the head about Taz and the water buffalo there. Real good. Well, you have a good night. Glad we can get you here on the remote. And yeah, you're right. Sounds like you're sitting right next to me. I mean, your signal's so strong, it's warming up my shack as you're talking. All right there, Andy. You have a great night there, buddy. And glad that we can get you on in here tonight. So with that, we'll clear with Andy. That's the end of our short time list. Do I have any other general check-ins? I did add my friend Neil. That's on the remote, MB9D at 35. Any other general check-ins before we move to the top? All right, we got you there, David. VOF, number 36. Anybody else? All right, with that, we'll go ahead and get to the list. I'll try to stick to about every 15 minutes or so for check-ins. So if you haven't checked in yet, wait until I ask to do so. And if you are on the list, don't hesitate to yell contact in between, especially if somebody passes it back to me. Go ahead and yell contact, and I'll make my comments to them, and I'll get you in here. Just in case you got to get in and out of here, that's no problem. Still want to make some comments. Don't leave us hanging. So I have no problems with that. So other than that, I had a good Monday. And then we'll start at I'm Wolverine 584. Man, that's a pretty good number. I'll take it. Hey, Monday was all right. It's actually 79 degrees right now. We had a high of 83. So it was a beautiful sunny day. Everything is dried up from the current rains. Driveway's all dry. It's good to go. So awesome stuff. Now we're ready for the next round of showers. So with that, seems like the band is doing okay. I did put a link on AIM there on the live stream that I have going from my station. So if anybody's interested in what they're sounding like, or wondering what a receive from the loop sounds like and what the net controller is receiving, it's on the AIM window on NetLogger there. And you can rewind it. It'll be there until the end of the net. So definitely, if you got that capabilities, go ahead and check that out. So with that, with no hesitation, let's drop down to the very first guy I heard. I heard him at 3:45 this afternoon. W8LS out of Sanford, Michigan, Wolverine 541. Larry, I hope you didn't fall asleep, my friend. You've been sitting there for a while. And then stand by, Jeff.
Okay, Sean, W8LS, Larry here in Sanford, Michigan, 76 degrees. Had some rain last night, beautiful day today. And doing some puttering here in the garage. And yeah, since I checked in, I've picked some rhubarb and the news and done some other things, so no problem. We're staying awake. Thanks for picking up the net, Sean. Everybody have a good evening. N8SOB, W. Dallas.
All right there, Larry. Well, good deal. Keep him busy, and got a good signal coming up here, down here to the thumb, and all is good in Sanford. So good deal there, Larry. It was good to get you in here and started making some noise on the frequency. I said, man, I was just kind of sitting back in the shack and kind of thumbing through bills and what have you, and I was like, oh man, we already got Larry in there. So hey, have a good night there, buddy. Sounding good. With that, we're clear with Larry. Let's drop down and pick up Jeff out of Goshen. That's Wolverine 596, K9JJM, and then stand by Mr. Ed out of Fithian is up next. Pick it up, Jeff.
All right. Well, Sean, there's some QSB that's crazy because sometimes you're 5 over S9, sometimes you fade right down into the noise. N8SOB and the wonderful Wolverine single sideband net. This is K9JJM, Jeff in Goshen, Indiana. Good afternoon, Sean. Good afternoon, all the Wolverines. It's good to hear everybody today. Yes, it's another Monday. That sure felt like a Monday for me. It was beautiful weather, sunshine all day long. I think we got a high of 79, 80 degrees. It's 78 degrees right now in Goshen, Indiana. Feels like 78. So I guess that means the humidity's not too awful bad right now at this point. In fact, tomorrow will be sunny again. 6% chance of rain. And a high of 81. It looks like Wednesday's going to be our hot one, topping out at 85 degrees. So, yeah, it was a busy day, back and forth to plants, and just trying to keep up. I wonder how long. This is their second week back from their 3-week 4th of July shutdown period, and I was just wondering how long they're going to take to get into the groove where they stop breaking stuff so much. But anyway, that's wishful thinking on my part. Of course, I got 7 plants to cover, and there's only me and my helper, so that's a lot of ground to cover for 2 guys. But anyway, we made it through. Came home, took a little bit of a cat nap, and my wonderful, beautiful wife is cooking our supper right now, and I'll be eating here in a little bit. So, Sean, you're doing a good job. You sound good. I thank you again for the live stream that you're providing on YouTube. That's very helpful. And it is, I think, it's not not only is it live stream, I think it's slightly archived because I can go back and listen at different points in the stream. So thanks for that. I've tried that. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, other than I don't have 2 monitors, and that might be the ticket to having 2 monitors, because I got OBS Studios, but all I ever see is like if you in a hallway and you got a mirror on each side of the wall, I keep seeing a repeating picture that keeps getting smaller and smaller into infinity. So I'm not doing something right, but anyway, I'll get it figured out one day, and someday I'll try putting my live stream on. So, Sean, thanks again for doing it. Thanks for getting me in here and what you do for Wolverine single sideband net. So I'll turn it back to you. We'll listen out before I get the dinner call. N8SOB from K9JJM. Thank you, Sean.
All right there, Jeff. Big signal like always. Yeah, you're right. At the beginning there was some really good QSB, but then it seemed like it kind of evened itself out. Not a real big signal. You're about S10 or so. Well, you'll see it. And that's what's nice. Even with the live stream going on, you can rewind all the way back to the beginning and when I started. So yeah, the way you have yours, you definitely would need a double screen to do that. The way I do it is I just run the HDMI out of the back of the 7610 into this little USB drive that's got a HDMI female on one end and USB male, and it plugs into the computer, and then the OBS just reads this device instead of another screen. So that makes it nice. I only need one screen for that. So glad that's working out there. It was once I got it figured out, it's really easy to keep it going, and it's nice there to be able to go back, just in case if I walk away during the pre-net, I can go back real quick just to see if I missed anybody. So anyway there, Jeff, hey, you have a good night. Oh, I meant to ask, your 7 plants that you take care of, are they all like on the same vicinity?
No, unfortunately they're not. I've got 2 in Syracuse, Indiana. I've got 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Well, 2 in Syracuse. I've got 2 in Middlebury, Indiana. One of them shut down too. So I used to have 3 in Middlebury, and then the rest are all in Goshen, Indiana. So yeah, they're spread out from where from one clear up by the toll road in Indiana down to Syracuse is almost a 50-minute drive one way.
Well, that keeps you busy. If you're not at the shop, you're on the road. So, all right, real good there. I wanted to ask. So, all right there, Jeff. Well, you enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully tomorrow isn't it's a nice and easy day for you there. So, sounding good like always. With that, we'll clear with Jeff. Let's go down and pick up Ed out of Fissy in Illinois. That's Mr. Wednesday Night, Wolverine 574. That's KA9EES. Good evening, Ed, and stand by, Eric.
That's my boy.
Okay, well, I think you turned it to me, Sean. Like Jeff said, there's a whole bunch of fading. A lot of QSB, and I'm dealing with some rather close-in thunderstorms, though they are moving away. There's a lot of noise coming off of them, so it's been pretty tough to copy. Thanks for letting me in. I've been having fun on 6-meter STH and a little bit of phone. So I got that loop fed, 6-element loop fed up there, and it's been a whole lot of fun. And that thing is really a nice antenna. And I picked up my 6-string today. I got the Strat down, and you wouldn't believe all the dust that was on it. So I dusted it off and started doing some scales to get back into it. Anyway, thanks again for letting me in, Sean. I don't even know if you're hearing me, but 7-3, good evening to all the Wolveriners out there. This is KA9EES.
All right there, Ed. I think you'd actually be rather surprised on how well I'm hearing you right now. I had you S9. S9 copy, no problem hearing you there, Ed. So glad that you're having fun on 6 meters, and that antenna's working good for you. So good deal. Yeah, no problem hearing you, Ed. You have a good night, buddy. Glad that you stuck around, and we got a comment out of you tonight, that's for sure. So with that, we'll clear with Ed. Let's drop down and go over to Blanchardville. Hopefully we didn't lose too many conditions over there. Heard Eric right off the rip. Wolverine 597, that's Mr. Sunday Night. KD9RNA. Good evening, Eric. Stand by, ERV Tom.
SOB, the third KD9RNA. Yep, I haven't missed a beat here tonight, Sean, and I'll be back around more often. Last couple of weeks have been kind of hectic, putting new windows in the port. We officially wrapped that up at about 6 feet after years of windows. So, good project done, and we're just happy to be back in here. I was kind of curious when I looked out on where the gas line here in town, so I checked it. So I'm thinking your sound as good as it ever did with the loop with sports and sports. Had the day off today, or Dan had the day off today, so we went out shopping, and we're looking to down the Mustang and went driving up the countryside looking for Bill. Good for many, but we'll get something sooner or later. Anyhow, not much else to say. I want to say thanks to Ed for picking up the net last night, or at least watching with me, because I think that was pretty rare. But I had Carpenter there back then, so that he was able to make that work for me. All right, I'm turning it back over to you, Sean. I'm starting to wrap up.
All right there, Eric. K89RNA and 8SOB. I did see the little bit of fading, but I didn't lose you. Almost. I was worried there for a minute. But yeah, those are beautiful windows, man. That's good deal. So, hey, you know, things get busy, my friend. You knew that this retirement life wasn't going to be as easy. You just get to work at your own pace for the most part. So, well, good deal. Glad you got all those windows worked up. And, you know, so far I have noticed that my antenna works better south and west. I've lost a little bit to the north, but I have picked up the south and the west, and the east stayed about the same, which has been really good. So I did lose a touch out of the north, but I gained more out of the south and west. So, you know, I was able to hear you right off the rip. I said, wow, that's you and Ed. I mean, really good, too. So, and then I've also noticed the comparison difference between the dipole and the loop now that the receive isn't too much difference with the local stations. So, yeah, I don't know. I think the Delta loop might be working a little bit better. I'll have to run it like this a little bit. So anyway there, Eric, have a good night there, my friend, and definitely send the 7-3 around the household there for sure, and to the Running with Chickens to Miss Diane there. 7-3 is Eric. With that, we'll clear with Eric. Let's drop down and go to Yale. That's Wolverine 605. That's Tom, N8ERV. Good evening there, Tom, and stand by, Greg.
Well, good evening to everybody on the Michigan, Wolverine SSB Net. NADRV. Well, let's see. We got 80.3 degrees up here in Yale at the moment. So we're doing good that aspect. I don't know there, Sean. I think I like the modifications that the weather made to your loop. But I guess time will tell. With that, not much else to add. Just kind of having a bowl of leftovers for supper and a couple few hours I'll be able to watch the baseball game. And you know, you bring up this net or this thing that Taz goes to. I really would like to see him in a water buffalo hat. I think that'd be cool. But that's just a personal preference. Played a little FTA today, and things are kind of copacetic there. Last couple days been a little bit of a struggle to get anybody to answer, so I don't know. I think our bands are doing shifty around this way, shifty around that way. So I'm looking at your link on the internet, but you know I'm not listening to it because I figured if I turn the volume on the computer and then me talking here, I'd might hear squeals. So back to you, Sean. Keep up the good work, and ADRV.
All right there, Tom, and ADRV, N8SOB. Well, I have seen a picture of Taz with the envelope hat, so he says, on. So, yeah, but that's not too bad. Yeah, you know, I'll take it. You know, it's one of them. It's one support that I've been battling with, and it was probably the crappiest one to get to as well. And once it broke, you know, I've always thought about this Delta loop, and my golly, it looks really good too. So anyway, there, Tom, sounded good there, my friend. I did the comparison between the dipole and this loop. Normally, it was like, say, if you were about about 10 over on the dipole, you'd be about an S9 on the loop. Right now, you were about an S5 on the loop and an S9 on the dipole. So, I don't know. I think that this tells me I'm favoring more to the west than I used to. So, like you said, only time will tell. Hey, good to have you in here at number 6 tonight, Tom. You have a great night, buddy. With that, we'll clear with Tom. Let's drop down and pick up Greg. That's the guy in Southwest Michigan, Wolverine 599, K8CGS. After Greg, we'll pick up Tom, and then we'll take a quick pause for more check-ins. Pick it up, Greg.
Hey, thanks, Sean. Greg here, K8CGS from Southwest Michigan, and hello to all the Wolveriners, and thanks for taking the net. It's always a great one, Sean. Hey, nice signal here, 5.9, maybe 5 over on peaks, but no QSB. A little noisy band, but that's what noise reduction for. So, not much going on. Not a lot of progress here with me, but we'll see what happens next. But I can say one thing. Till COVID, a lot of people know I spent anywhere from 3 to 5 months on the road, my RV, visiting out west, fly fishing. Got a lot of friends, grew up around in Texas and Oklahoma, and a lot of RV friends, full-timers in Arizona. And I got to say, I'm glad I'm not there this year. It's that would be not a lot of fun. It's pretty toasty in those places, but it's toasty in those places all the time. Yeah, 113, 109. Hey, 4 extra degrees, it didn't make a difference. It's just too darn hot. So, great signal. Can hear everybody really well, and still here on the 710. I assume hopefully an email here in the next couple of days, and the 101 will be on its way back. But honestly, I can't really play radio except for the Wolverine Net right now. I've got to get better than that. That's all I got, Sean, and good evening, everybody. K8CGS, back to you, sir.
All right there. Well, in the meantime of this, you've had it's been a good customer service, deal with Jesus. So you've learned some things. You've been through some situations with them, and you found another nice radio that you really like that you can promote, and have had somebody else buy one as well as with Larry and enjoying it. So maybe the 101 kind of breaking down on you there, and Jesus taking care of you. Maybe it was meant to be. So you'll get that 101 back there, and you'll be good to go. So I'm just glad that you're coming in here with us tonight, and things today was better than yesterday. That's always good to hear there, Greg. You take care of yourself, buddy, and a good signal tonight as well. So we'll clear with Greg. Let's go up to Cadillac, Michigan, Wolverine 542. That's Tom, WB8WIV. Good evening, Tom. And before we go to Imlay City, Bob, I didn't ask if he was in and out tonight. He normally says he was, but I think he's here for the duration. But we'll take a standby after Tom. What's going on in Cadillac, Tom?
Oh, not a whole lot, Sean. Thanks for that. Any SOB and the wonderful Wolverine, WB8WIV, about 70 degrees here. So I think I'm going to go to a concert, the free concert in the park. They have them every Monday night here during the summer, and one of our club members plays trumpet in the band. It's the Clamley Band, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good indeed. I went last year to a couple of them, so I think I'm going to catch this one. The last one that they had, it was raining. It wasn't that good, but this one looks like it's going to be pretty clear, so I'm going to go up there. I'll get the net control for the 6-meter net, and I think I'm going to go to that concert. Well, it's kind of a good day today, pretty good day. The painter was here, and he put, I don't know if it's the final coat or if, well, at least he put the regular coat on, okay. I think he's going to do 2 coats, I think. I don't know, I'm not real sure. But he got 50% of the house done today, so that's real good. Looks real nice. It's kind of a bluish gray. And let my wife pick the color. I know better. But anyway, I think, it looks good. But anyway, what she wanted, and it looks really nice. The garage will be the same color too, of course. But anyway, I worked a little bit on the antenna system today, not a whole lot. And just kind of laid back and watched the news on YouTube. I watch the Fox News shows and things like that. Try to keep up on things, see what's going on. Anyhow, I know tomorrow is kind of a big day in the afternoon, and but I'll be around in the morning. And with that, that's about it. Nothing spectacular going on here. It was dry all day, so that was good. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. Anyway, thanks again, John. Everybody sounds pretty good. Some signals are weak as normal. But it's summertime. Back to you. Have a great weekend. All you wonderful Wolverines out there. N8SOB, WB8WYB. I'll be clear. Good evening.
All right there, Tom. WB8WIV, N8SOB. Well, real good there. Yeah, it doesn't, you got a lot going on, so definitely you got some things going on, that's for sure. And working on antennas and all that good stuff. So, good deal doing the 6-meter net there, net control there. And, oh man, staying radioactive sounds like. So, hey, you enjoy yourself tomorrow and, definitely play some radio for me there, buddy. Have a good night. Also, a good signal here into the thumb as well there, Tom. Take it easy. With that, we're clear with Tom, WB8WIV. Before we pick up Inley City Bob, let's take a quick break, see if there's anybody else out there that would like to check in with us on the Wolverine single sideband net. Please call N8SOB.
November 8, X-ray, uniform, Yankee, N8UY.
All right, got you there, Sam. There was a couple others.
KRX.
All right, we got KRX, N2JAF. We got you. There was somebody else still out there. Who else is out there? Yeah, we got you, Jim. You're number 13, so we only got a few more ahead of you there, Roger.
13, thank you.
Roger. Yep, when we get back to the list, we'll start out at number 9, so we're not too far away. So we did pick up Brad. We picked up Cal. Anybody else?
E3KUZ.
Number 40, Bob. Anybody else? All right, good deal. Got Sam 37, Brad 38, Cal at 39, Bob at 40. Let's go up to number 9, K8ICB, Wolverine 610. That's Inley City Bob. What's going on, Bob? Stand by Leonard. I wasn't sure if he was in and out tonight. Bob, are you there? I'm thinking he was. Leonard, Wolverine 639 out of Madison Heights, Alpha Delta 8, Foxtrot Kilo. Good evening, Len. Good to have you aboard tonight at number 10, and stand by Harold.
Good morning, Sean. N8SOB and the Wolverine single sideband net. You're on a roll, and off to a great start this evening. Well, we've had a great weekend. We had the Ham Club here, the Hazel Park Amateur Radio Club, getting back into educational activity. We had the first in a long time, especially because of COVID here. But we had our antenna workshop Saturday morning from 10 to noon, and had a good turnout. And they had a good turnout of the old timers that were our coaches, we call them, and we had a good at least 4, maybe 5, I think, people that wanted to learn more about antennas. And this is just a basic workshop. We're just focusing on the dipole. We did talk about the J-pole as well, but basically the dipole. And also be able to strip some wire and hook it up for power and so forth. And we also talked about buying or building. Which do you want to do? And for everybody, they got to answer the question themselves, because everybody's got different skill sets, different resources to work with. So if you got a lot of skill and you got some things to draw on, we would encourage people to build some antennas. But if you get more other things, more money to work with, and of course you can buy them, and they'll tend to last longer, hopefully. And we're working with another
ham. He's the guy that has encouraged me to get into ham radio, and he's been a technician for 20 years, I think, about, and so I encouraged him to get, after I got my credentials, I encouraged him to get upgraded, so he's a relatively new general, and he just moved on the lake up around Lake Orion, and or Oxford, I think it is, and he's going to be putting a whole new station up there, and it's exciting to kind of like a blank slate, so he's got to choose a new HF rig. But that'll probably be the last thing. Right now, we're going to get him set up with how to lay it out, and he's got a whole room set up for it. And so we're excited about that, working with him. We're as excited about working with him as we were to put our own station up. So that's where we're at right now. I could go on, but good to hear other comments. And with that, we're looking forward to the picnic for sure. And we'll probably bring our own chair or two along to help. So it'd be a shame if we had to go rent chairs or something like that when we could all bring our own chairs, or at least a good number of us. So with that, we'll send it back over to you, Sean, and send our greetings to everybody. N8SOB, this is 88FK.
Comment.
Go ahead, Doris.
Thank you. Lynn, we have plenty of chairs. We've got tables. Not a problem. You can leave your chairs home.
Oh, thanks, Doris. Good to know.
Yeah, that's one of those things with all the donations go, that helps with all that picnic. So they have people coming that sets it right up for them, so they don't have to worry about too much of that. So that's what goes on, right, Doris? Somebody comes up, sets up the tent and tables and chairs for you guys now.
Yeah, they'll be coming out on Friday the Friday before, and set everything up, and then they take everything down on Sunday, and it works out fine. I mean, plus the fact that if we don't have enough chairs with that, we have our own chairs here that we used to use beforehand, so we're pretty well set with all of that.
Yeah, good deal. Yeah, that's what I thought. So good deal. Yeah, there's no heavy lifting on them. No, even not much extra work that they got to do to prepare for all that either. They're Leonard. So, like I said, that is where those generous donations come in handy. If anybody ever wonders. So that this helps out and definitely makes it a really nice scenery. So definitely can't wait to put a handshake on you there, Len, for sure. And a real quick question, Len, did you have that antenna, the antenna class there, was that at your house or did they have it at somebody else's?
This one here was at my garage. I have a 30 by 30 garage, and we have plenty of room, and we had tables set up in there, so I'm very conscious of what it takes to put on an event. We've put on a number of events, church-wise and otherwise, and so that's why I was a little conscious of what the needs are, and I'm glad to hear you guys have got it handled and managed there. Very good. But yeah, it was at my location, and let me go on and say one more thing here. Our president, boy, he's active. KHW is his call sign. He loves working remote, and so he threw together a nice 10-meter dipole out there in the driveway, and threw his call sign out there on CQ, and a guy came back from Carolina with a big bold signal that, boy, it really lit up everywhere. Everybody smiled, and it was a cap the highlight of the morning for sure, to see an instantaneous dipole thrown up and get a response like that. So we're enjoying the hobby, we're enjoying the activity, and we're sharing it with as many people as we can. So back to you, Sean. Thanks again. 88FK.
All right, real good. Glad that you guys had fun there. That was successful, and did it out of the garage, made a good 10-meter contact. So good deal there, Len. Glad that that all went out well, and had a good outcome of that. So hey, you take it easy. A pleasure to get you in here tonight. So we're clear with Len. Let's drop down and pick up Harold out of Davison, Wolverine 485 KE8AVT. Good evening, Harold. Stand by ESL Eric.
This is Harold, KE8AVT, Water in Davison.
Well, it's been a long day here. I took off and went home, had to mow the lawn, and got smoke down and turned around, and here's a guy standing there. Oh, well, this is the guy that sprays around the bugs that try and crawl in the house. Okay, I was almost done anyway, so I finished up what little bit I needed to do and got out of there. I'd already fed the cat, and so I went back up to Davison, dropped off at the jeweler's, got new batteries for my watch, so I could tell time, and got in here and waited around for the cat. And there's a little comment that was made about the catnip. Last year's birthday card shows a cat on the front cover, and it says a little bird that told me your age. Well, of course, if you're still alive, we don't like to have their age advertised. When you flip the thing open, it says, "Don't worry, I ain't the bird. Have faith." And this card is a long line, so that's why she mentioned the catnip, because there's catnip involved in that card. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Sean. N8SOB. This is ABT. I'll be listening.
All right there, real good there. Well, that's pretty. You were down there a little bit. I had to use some filtering there, and for some reason, about this time of the day, I get a noise, and it just moves through the band. Well, it's here right now, and it's not very strong, but just enough where I had to use some filtering there. So the catnip in the card. Okay, that makes sense there. Real good there. And a little tough copy on you tonight there, Harold. We were trying to get you in there, but glad you're aboard. Glad all is well in Davison, and definitely was if it was just as beautiful as it was here, as it's there, hopefully you had a good day with that as well. So with that, we'll clear with Harold. Let's drop down and go to Bloomfield Hills. That's Eric, Wolverine 619, K3ESL. Good evening, Eric, and stand by Jim, DQU.
K3ESL. Hey, Sean. It's been a naturey kind of couple of days here. We had a family of sandhill cranes visit us in our backyard. 2 parents and 3 youngsters. They are like straight out of Jurassic Park. They are the craziest birds with the craziest calls. And today I was out riding the bike, and I actually came across a bald eagle nest with Mama Eagle sitting there keeping guard over a chick. So gotta love Michigan. And the smoke's not too bad today. The smoke was bad yesterday, but it was much better today. So with that, back to you, Sean. N8SOB, K3ESL.
Well, good deal. That gives you a little bit of outdoor entertainment around the QTH there. So good deal there. Yeah, it seemed like our air quality levels was a little bit lower today as well here. So that's good to hear. But I do think they said something about we could have a bad day of it with some front that's moving around and moving it out of the south, that or it's blowing through Indiana, I guess, earlier today. So we shall see. Great signal there, Eric, and glad we got you in here tonight. So we'll clear with Eric. Let's drop down and pick up Jim there, N8DQU. That's Wolverine 353 out of Hale. Good evening there, Jim, and stand by RMN Larry.
Hello, and howdy. We're on Hale. My name's Jim. Stay away from my telephone and up and get the turner, Jeff. I'll make sure.
All right there, Jim. Yeah, a little bit rough copy on you there. The band is definitely doing it's got some QSB on there. I started hearing you real well, and then you kind of faded down, and then you kind of came back up. But definitely a little bit tough copy on you there tonight there, Jim. Well, I'm glad I got you on the list tonight anyway. You take it easy for sure, and hopefully we can hear you again tomorrow. So with that, we'll clear with Jim up there in Hale. Let's drop down and pick up Larry out of Plymouth Township. That's Wolverine 564. Hopefully it's after the dinner bell, or we're beating them to the dinner bell. WB0RMN, good evening, Larry, and stand by Marcia.
You doubled it.
Was he still talking?
Yeah, you obviously he dropped off, so you couldn't hear him.
Oh, boy, I thought he was... He even dropped off in the Tustin repeater on the SD. I wasn't listening, but I seen the signal. Sorry about that there, Jim. Oh, boy, he dropped right on out and then kind of lost your signal as well on just looking at it on the SDR. So to the north, my antenna definitely is starting to suffer a little bit out to the north. So, hey, thanks for letting me know there, Sam. Larry, your turn. You there? And up, then stand by Marcia.
Well, you're plenty loud enough here, Sean, and I didn't notice that you cut him off, but I don't have as good an antenna as Sam, although I'm not complaining about my antenna, because there were 3 terrific guys came over and put my antenna up for me, and I haven't forgotten that. As to things going on here, we've already had supper. Daughter is out of town, so we can eat seafood, and that's what we did. We had some good, baked fish and sweet potato fries and a little bit of macaroni salad this evening, and that's enough, and along with a little glass of soda, which I don't have in front of me. I don't know where I left it. Anyhow, that's what happened here. I was going to make a few remarks about Greg. If Greg had not got that ST10710, I wouldn't have got mine. But I am so pleased with this radio. I don't have it all hooked up yet. I'm being very methodical and slow in hooking this up. However, I did plug the internet cable into it last night, the one that connects to the computer, and the computer recognized it, so that's progress, and I continue to make a little bit more progress every day, but I'm not in any hurry. I'm just being cautious and slow and learning a lot. It's a complicated radio, and this old 88-year-old guy don't learn as fast as he used to, and he certainly doesn't retain it as long as he used to. So that's my problem, not anybody else's. So that's the way it is, Sean. I don't know who it was on a while ago, but they were a little bit louder than you. Your signal is down to me from what it was before the antenna went down. So whatever, it's fine. You're still 10, 20 over, but you're not quite as loud as you used to be. So I will say that to you, and I'm done. 7-3, God bless. WB0RMN.
All right there, Larry. Yeah, I had you just about hitting 20 over here. So good, solid average of 15 over. So working good there. Glad you are enjoying the 710 there. Glad that you still learn. I still seem like every once in a while I still learn something new about this antenna as well, or this radio. So definitely, I've had it over 3 years now. So. Yeah, good deal there. You know, at least you're on the air. It's sounding good, and it's working with your amplifier well, and all that good stuff. So glad that you got the dinner out of the way. Now you're just kicking back and doing your radio thing there. So good to have you aboard at Sweet 16 tonight there, Larry. Have a good one. So with that, we'll clear with the heart of the net. Let's drop down to number 17, pick up Marcia out of Canton, Wolverine 499, WA8ZJU. Good evening, Marcia, and stand by Jim, TYO.
N8SOB, WA8ZJU. Well, thank you, Sean, and good evening to you and everybody on the net. And I concur with Larry. I don't know if it's your antenna or what, but you're coming in here super duper, but you're not coming in as well as you used to. So that very well could be it. I don't know. But if it works for you, it works for me. So Anyway, other than that, it's been a quiet day. I got my Amazon order this afternoon, and that is good. And I had some leftover meatloaf that I fixed the other day. I had part of that for dinner, along with a bowl of corn, and I think I'm going to have some peaches here in a little bit. So we'll just call that dessert. Anyway, not much else happening. No Eagles tomorrow, so I should be here if Rusty's going to be in the big chair, or regardless of whoever's going to be in the big chair, I should be here. Anyway, the smoke has gone further south toward Indiana and Ohio. Sorry, folks, that's happening down there these days. I wish we could just get rid of the whole mess. Anyway, with that, Sean, I'm going to turn it back to you. Tigers will be in Kansas City tonight, so for 4 games. So a 4-game sweep would be great, but you never know. Anyway, back to you, Sean. Thanks for doing it. NASOB, WAHZJU, 7-3 all.
All right there, Marcia. Yeah, honestly, I think it's the band tonight. You started out at about a 7-8 or so, and 5-8, 5-7. And you drop down to about an S2, S3, and then kind of back up. So we actually got hit with a pretty big solar flare at about noon, 1 o'clock. It was a direct hit to the United States. I got on 40 meters when I got home at about shortly after 3, and it was almost completely dead. I thought my antenna fell down again. But, yeah, I honestly think it's the band. Just because of the comparison between the dipole and the loop now is different. The loop is favoring. Before, I would be able to hear you better, and the same as Larry, I'd be able to hear you two better on the dipole, but now I'm able to hear you better on the loop. So I think it has a lot to do with the band, but like my buddy Tom in Yale said, only time will tell. And even if we can get 3 out of the 4 out of the Royals, I mean, it's a big rivalry divisional series, 4 games with them. So if we can split it, awesome. If we can get 3, that's even better. But to sweep all 4, yeah, that's pushing. So hopefully we have something to talk about tomorrow. Have a great night there, Marcia. Thanks for checking in. And I definitely heard you Q5 all the way through with some QSB as well. So with that, we'll clear with Marcia. Let's drop down to number 19 and get Jim and Plover. I should take standby, but let's work a couple more here that's been waiting in the wings here. We got a pretty big list. KD8 or KD9 TYO, Wolverine 629. Good evening, Jim, and standby MCI Jody. Is he there, Eric? K89TYO, Jim, you there? All right, nothing heard. Let's see what kind of copy we got out of Jody. Wolverine 576, KB8MCI. Jody, you're up. Stand by Charlie, PRU. All right there, Jody. Yeah, I heard you pass it back to me, but man, really tough copy. Really tough. I could tell you're there again all the way through, but to make out what you're saying. But luckily, I did hear what you said during the pre-net, so definitely prayers out to you. So hopefully tomorrow's a better day and every day gets better. So glad that you're out and about for sure. Have a good one there, Jody. Thanks for checking in, buddy. You take it easy. KB8PRU, good evening, Charlie. Then we'll pick up UVA, and then after UVA, we'll take a quick pause for more check-ins. KB8PRU, it's your turn. Go ahead.
PQU, is that any better?
Yeah, that was better there, Jim. right, Charlie, KB8PRU, are you there, or are you probably off to the dinner? Off to dinner. Okay, WB8UVA, Mr. Jerry. Always good to hear Jerry on Monday nights. And then we'll take a quick pause for more check-ins. Pick it up, Jerry. WB8UVA, you there, Jerry? All right there, Jerry. Yeah, it's tough. I know you were there. I heard you say your temperature, but I didn't catch it. And I could tell you were there. But, yeah, I think it's the band. We are really definitely getting some solar activity going on. A lot of QSB tonight. So definitely glad that it's not as noisy as it could be. Thanks for coming aboard. Just wish the conditions were better, Jerry. You have a good night there, buddy. Hopefully we catch you next Monday. That will clear with Jerry. Before we pick up UJR George, let's take a quick pause and see if there's anybody else that would like to get on the Wolverine single sideband net. Please call N8SOB.
Kilo 8 Delta Lima Foxtrot.
With an amp.
All right, we got Dallas at 41, and we got DQU with the amp. Yeah, I hear you a lot better now there, Jim. Roger?
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, it's a busy day. So back to you. Thank you.
Well, good deal. Well, I'm glad you got the amplifier going. Yeah, that helped tremendously. So it's always good to have a busy day. Keeps you going, and it keeps the blood flowing there. So good deal there. Yeah, good copy on you that time there, Jim. You take it easy, buddy. Glad you could recheck with us there. So we did pick up Dallas. Any other general check-ins before we move on? All right, yeah, the band is tossing and turning on us this evening. All right, let's see what kind of copy we got on George out of Lombard, Illinois, Wolverine 581, WA9UJR. How copy, George? And we'll see if Tony's there. Pick it up, George. All right there, George. I heard you in there. It was tough. Yeah, I think the band is broke. I think I'm even starting to flutter out of this SDR now. So yeah, the band is definitely not doing us any justice tonight. So sorry about that, there, George. But I could hear your mouth moving. I just couldn't see it. Have a good night there, George. Glad we could get you on the list tonight. K8UGB, Wolverine 502, in New Buffalo, Michigan. 10 Tech Tony. Good evening, Tony, and stand by, Dorse. K8UGB, you there, Tony? All right, nothing heard. It is tough. Let's see what kind of copy we got out of Doris. K8DXJ, that is the awards manager out of Romulus, Michigan. Wolverine 428. Good evening, Doris. She's got the house to herself right now because Taz is at the Water Buffalo meeting. And let's see when we'll see when we can get Bill and Bass here next. Pick it up, Doris. K8DXJ, are you there, Doris?
Doris, you're up.
Well, at least you hear me, Rusty.
Oh, you bet.
This band is broken. Oh, maybe she rechecked. Maybe she got a phone call or something. All right. Let's see if we can get Bill in Bath, New York, Wolverine 582, N2CT, and stand by Gary, GFL. right there, Bill. Well, if you get some storms, hopefully you batten down the hatches, buddy. And, yeah, surprisingly, I actually had a decent copy on you. You were definitely lower than that check-in time, and the band has really went to kaput. But, yeah, I heard you in there, so no problem there, Bill. Hey, you take it easy, and hopefully the storms aren't too bad. They kind of pass around Bath there and all that good stuff. Glad we can get you in here tonight there, Bill. Take it easy, buddy. Gary, Bruce, Michigan, and Wolverine 402, KD8 GFL. Good evening, Gary. Stand by the pea shooter of Highland, Indiana, Mr. AC9XN. Pick it up, Gary.
Okay, well, thanks, Sean. This is KD8 GFL, Gary, up here in Spruce, Michigan, where it is presently 71 degrees, and the sun just went behind the clouds. Yeah, well, we had a pretty decent day today weather-wise. I couldn't really complain on that. Just glad it was over with all those thunder and lightning and the rain that we had for 2 days. Didn't need any more of that stuff. But anyway, got outside and got some grass cut today, so that was pretty nice. Enjoyed the weather out there, too, by gosh. We got up as high as 75 with a nice breeze coming across the lake. And, hey, that was great. So, but that was this afternoon. This morning I had too much chores to do. Well, sitting here looking at different things on the radio for sale and everything. And there's a bunch of stuff out there. Holy smokes. I think I want to keep my 718 for backup. Yeah, it works pretty doggone good. That's all I can say. As long as you got a good antenna, you know, and you got a little bit of filtering on it, you're good. But that's not what I'm using right now. I'm using my Yaesu GXA 1200, and which I'm very happy with. So. And with that, I'm going to give it back to you, Sean. Thanks for bringing me in. Everybody, have a great evening. Be safe. GFL.
All right there, Gary. Yeah, your signal came up pretty good there. Seemed like the band's trying to get its act together. But, yeah, you know, you can't go wrong with those 718s. Those are good transceivers. They really are. Those are nice little radios. And, you know, I want to think maybe a little less than half of those, everything that you see for sale right now is probably all the Spurge buying back in during 2020, during COVID and what have you. And they need to get rid of it. And the other half, I would say, like to upgrade. So I know a lot of guys that like to buy equipment just to try it out, just to go ahead and sell it to buy more equipment. And these guys, they move equipment faster than I move tennis shoes for work there. And I go through some tennis shoes, that's for sure. Have a good night there, Gary. Glad to have you aboard here at number 30 tonight. We'll clear with Gary. Let's drop down and pick up George in Highland, the pea shooter, the Wolverine 593, AC9XN. Good evening, George. Stand by, Rusty.
Down here in Highland, Indiana. Thanks for joining the net tonight, buddy. You're south as always. And thanks for picking me up. I'm here in some people with Long Island here, and I'm not hearing other people than I normally hear. So the band is definitely out. Beautiful day here today in Highland. Got up to 79 degrees. Got a little bit of breeze and blew some of that haze out of here. We had that smoke about 150, and now it's down to about, the air quality is down to about 60. So definitely getting there. Thanks for picking me up, buddy. You're sounding good as always. Alpha Charlie 9 X-ray November on the pea shooter. Back to you, Bill George.
All right there, George. Well, I'll tell you what, that pea shooter really started to climb up signal as your transmission got longer there. So good deal there on the high of 79 degrees in Highland, and the air quality got better as the day went on. So good deal there, George. Hey, you take it easy around Highland, Indiana, buddy. Hold it down for us, and we'll hear you tomorrow, hopefully. So with that, we'll clear with George. Let's drop down and pick up Rusty. And for Lambertville, that's Mr. Tuesday night, Wolverine 555, WB8W, or VOW, and all those W's. Good evening, Rusty, and then stand by Neil, NB9D.
All right, well, good evening, Sean. N8SOB, WB8VOW, sitting here in Studio B. Woke up about, maybe 5 minutes ago. You guys just lulled me to sleep somehow. It was a big, long day, and I ate on the way home, and boy, that was the end of it. As soon as I checked in and heard you get going on the preamble, I was gone. Boy, looking at the space weather. So there's like a couple of apps I got on the phone, right? One is space weather, which is the one I don't understand very well, and of course the other one is solar data, which is really nice because it's got your red, yellow, and green. There is no green on solar data for this day. There are a lot of yellows and reds, and on the 40 meter, 80 meter, 40 meter, it's red. It's poor for the day. So that's probably what we're running into. Looking at space weather, that's the one I don't understand quite as well. They got a lot of data, but the K index is above 6, and that I believe is bad. At any rate, good day for me. I can't complain. Got to Detroit and did my thing and got people paid, and then went down to Wyandotte and hung out at that hospital for a little bit, showing one of my new guys around. And the weekend was real good. I had kind of a family thing. Got to see a lot of the family I don't see very often. And then yesterday we went out again and looked at another house, but it wasn't to be. The house was beautiful. There just wasn't any land. So, at any rate, you're doing a great job, Sean. I'll turn it back your way and have say a big 73s to everybody. I'm sure it's going to get better for tomorrow. At least my fingers are crossed. N8SOB. Looking forward to sitting in the big chair. WB8VOW. Keep on doing a great job.
All right there, Rusty. Yeah, well, hopefully tomorrow is a better scene here on 80 meters for us on the net. So good deal on doing your Monday ritual there on getting your guys paid and hanging out at another one. Sounds like you had a good weekend, and I think the height of your move there is for the land, a little bit more of the land. So yeah, that's too bad, man. And one thing was beautiful, and the other this didn't work out. So I'm sure sounds like you guys are still keeping the rocks, still turning over the rocks and still doing the looking. So hopefully you find something you guys can both fall in love with. That'd be good stuff. That'd be a good story for you too. So you guys have a good one. Can't wait to have Rusty in the big chair tomorrow evening. So with that, we'll clear with WB8VOW. Let's drop down and pick up Neil out of Bedford in New Hampshire. I know we got a good copy on him. November Bravo 9 Delta. Good evening, Neil. And after Neil, let's take a quick pause for more check-ins.
Hey, Sean, N8SOB. This is November Bravo 9 Delta. Neil in Bedford, New Hampshire. Good evening, everyone, on the Wolverine single sideband net. Sean, thank you so much for providing this wonderful link out here and remote link, and the YouTube as well. That is really cool. Well, I braved the mighty Merrimack, the rapids of the mighty Merrimack. We went swimming with our dog, and it was the bank. The waters the banks were high. But we, stayed near the shore, and but it wasn't too cold, not too hot. It was just about right, and must have stayed 10 minutes or so in the water, just enjoying every minute of it with our dog. And maybe perhaps tomorrow we could do the same. It's nice this time of year. But we're most certainly keeping our eyes and ears to the sky. It looks like we might get some more thunder showers tomorrow. And with that, I guess nothing much more to add other than thanks everyone for listening, and we will send it back to Sean. Thank you, Sean. N8SOB, NB90.
All right there, Neil. Good deal on the hanging out with Bailey. That's for sure. Sounds like you got a good dog there, Neil, for sure. So good sounding. And good, yeah. It's just whatever you use there to get into the remote sounds really good there. That's for sure there. So Neil, glad you can come aboard. Thanks for all the kind words. Glad that you're putting the remote to use. That's good stuff. So glad we can get you on the list tonight. So we'll clear with Neil. Before we pick up David VOF, let's take a quick pause, see if there's anybody else out there wanting to get on the list of the Wolverine single sideband net. Please call N8SOB.
November 8th, Charlie, Oscar, Quebec.
All right, we got you there, Ken, at number 42. Anybody else?
Recheck.
There you are. We got you. You'll be next, Doris. Anybody else? Take it away, Doris. KDXJ, and then standby number 36, KD9VOF.
Well, sorry about me missing my turn. I just went out in the other room, and lo and behold, I came back and found out that I had missed my turn. And it went a little bit faster than I anticipated this evening, for sure. So, we had visitors come in from Florida and visited with them this afternoon while Taz decided that he wanted to spend all his time at the dealer. So, anyway, it was nice to catch up with them, and I've been working on the picnic. For sure. So anybody that signed in, that's checked in late here and is planning on coming to the picnic, please let me know so that I can add you to the list. So that's about it from me. This is K8DXJ.
All right there, Doris. KDXJ, N8SOB. I think we had a couple ins and outs and a couple stations that didn't answer there. So, yeah, it came up fast. Hey, that's all right. I figured getting some things done and maybe running around the house acting all crazy because Taz, you got the house to yourself. Hey, have a good night there, Doris. Thanks for all you do for us here on the net. Number 36, KD9VOF. That's Wolverine 628. David over there in Wisconsin. Good evening, David. Hopefully we got a good copy on you, and stand by Sam.
Net tonight. I did try and check in last night. We were setting up trial run for the Dakota station for the Meet the Fleet event that is tomorrow here. And checked on there and we didn't get the SNR high enough. So I could not get checked in from there. I don't know if that hurt us or not, but definitely could not hear them. So we tried. It was fun. Today I went to the doctor at the VA and had a little discussion with her about things that were going on. And he's going to do some more investigating and figure out where some of this pain and stuff is coming from. Then I came up and took a nap and started working on my tractor for a little bit and then logged in for the net here. So just do a little bit of hydraulic work on the old tractor. Get my parts in the top. I'm going to go up and down that way to get it. Starting to again. Stuff on it, but stab you like this too. Great thing. For tonight, Sean. So, N8SOB, this is 89 Victor Oscar Foxtrot. Back to you, sir.
All right there, David. KD9VOF and N8SOB in the net. We're real good. Kind of up and down. I got started getting some static crashes and what have you. I think there's a storm moving around or something. But anywho, the signal was pretty good, but now the noise is coming up a little bit as well. So good deal on getting some radio activity yesterday and trying to work some stations there and what have you. So, man, you really your station's really coming along there, my friend, that's for sure. So it's a pleasure to get you here on the list tonight. Take it easy, my friend, for sure. Number 37, Sam, Wolverine 531, N8XUI. Good evening there, Sam. Stand by KRX, Brad.
November 8th, Sierra Oscar Bravo. Well, good evening, Sean, and good evening to everyone enjoying the Wolverine single sideband net this evening. This is N8XUY here in Manchester, Michigan. Sean, thanks for picking up the net here on Monday night, sitting in the big chair. And I'm actually hearing everyone pretty well, even though it's a little bit noisy. Just had a real fine copy on David there, no problem whatsoever. Wanted to say, N8COQ, hey, Ken, great to have you back in here tonight. I was thinking about you over the weekend, wondering how you were doing, and glad to hear you on the air here on the net tonight. Okay day for N8XUY. Did mostly working on the deck project when I was out and about, got rolling on that a little after noon, and spent like 3 or 4 hours doing that. When I would get hot, I would come in, take it easy. I had some great hot dogs. We had hot dogs for dinner with the ever-famous Tony Paco sauce. And if you've never heard of Tony Paco, it's a famous Coney Island in Toledo, Ohio. And Tony has a sauce that he sells. You can buy it at a Meijer store. Good stuff. And here we go, the Wolverine single sideband net Monday night edition. Thank you, Sean. Good to hear you. N8XUY back to net control, 7-3 to all. Thanks again, Sean.
All right there, Sam. N8XUY, N8SOB. Real good. Getting some work done out there on that deck for sure. Not overdoing it. That's good to hear. Glad that you're coming in and taking a rest and what have you. So awesome stuff there. And yeah, never heard of that sauce before. No, I can't say that I have. I never heard of that stuff. So I'm going to, excuse me just a minute. I'm going to have to try that out. It seems pretty interesting there. So good deal there, Sam. Well, you're sounding good. I had you 15-20 overs, so definitely no problem hearing you, buddy. You have a great night. Definitely don't work too hard on that deck tomorrow. So with that, we'll clear with our friend Sam. Let's drop down and pick up Brad, see what kind of copy we got on him out of Hobart, Indiana. KC9KRX. Good evening, Brad. Stand by, Cal. JAF.
Your turn, Bradley.
KRX, the mighty KRX, you're up.
Well, maybe he shut it off. Couldn't hear nobody. No big deal. All right, Cal. Mayfield Heights, Ohio. N2JAF. Good evening, Cal, and stand by, Bob, KUZ.
Okay, NSOB, good evening, Sean. Fine business, fine business. Boy, the band is weird tonight. When I first tuned in, boy, we all really well. For some reason, but now I figure that and that was come running because they know I keep this close by. So anyway, you've got a tough job tonight, John. I'm going to let you get back to it and look forward to checking in again soon. For right now, 78 degrees, Mayfield Heights, unhealthy EQI, and N8SOB. Back to you. This is N2JAF.
right there, Cal. N2JAF and 8SOB. Well, I'll tell you what there, bud. Definitely a good copy out of you. And, yeah, that station, Neil, out of New Hampshire, he was actually coming in via remote my station. So that's where you were hearing that New Hampshire station from. He was actually transmitting from my station here, right here. So that's the story there. Well, I'm glad you jumped aboard tonight. Definitely fought through the band conditions and up and down and what have you. So glad you stuck around there, Cal. You take it easy down there. And we also have 78 degrees here in the thumb of Michigan tonight. So thanks for being in here tonight for sure. So we'll clear with Cal. Let's drop down and go over International and pick up Bob in Windsor. That's our Mr. Thursday night guy sharing it with Mark. VE3KUZ, Wolverine 570. Good evening, Bob. Stand by, Dallas.
Hello, Sean. N8SOB. This is VE3KUZ. Bob here in Windsor. Yeah, I had a great day today. I went down to Lake Erie. We have some friends have a cottage right on the water. And, yeah, had a great time with them. Had a little barbecue and enjoyed the wind and the waves. It was a little bit rough on the lake today with the wind and all, but yeah, it was nice. Cool breeze because it is pretty hot today. Even here right now, it's still 82 degrees. I think it was a little bit warmer than that at midday, but anyway, band seems to be really weird tonight. Picking up everybody okay, but signals are down a little bit. And yeah, seems like I was listening to your remote. You're getting a lot more static up there than I'm getting. A lot more. So I don't know if you got a storm center that's near you or what, or maybe it's just the way the loop picks up lightning. But anyway, yeah, don't really have much else other than this, so I'll put it back to you there, Sean, and you're doing a great job on the net. Despite the band conditions, so far you got 42 on your list, so that's pretty good with the way things are. Back to you, Sean, N8SOB from VE3KUZ.
All right there, Bob. Yeah, that's why I preach it all the time. It's the worst thing about this loop. You know, I could get a heavy storm that's 500 miles away, even further down south, and I'll pick it up and hear it, and it'll just tear me up. It's the only thing that it's a cloud warmer, and it picks up that stuff far away. If I go to the dipole right now, I actually don't get any of that static crashing on that right now, but the signals go down a little bit. So, yeah, it's one of those things about this antenna, man. I can't. Andy will say it too. It's just something about it just picks up the charges in the atmosphere hundreds of miles away, and it could be clear, sunny skies here, and I'll still hear a storm down in Ohio somewhere, or even Indiana. So it's pretty crazy. So yeah, it wasn't like that, and all of a sudden the signals, like even with you right now, yeah, you're like an maybe 10 over. Normally, you know, when you and I get signals going, we're 30, 40, 50 over. So the band is lacking quite a bit tonight. So glad to have 42 for sure. Thanks for being aboard there, Bob. Sounded good like always, and good to get you in here. So with that, we'll clear with Bob. Let's drop down and pick up Dallas in Bowling Green. That's Wolverine 590, K8DLF. And then we'll pick up Ken. He's the bottom of the list. Pick it up, Dallas.
Hey, thanks, Sean, and good evening to you, N8SOB, and the Wolverine Single Sideband Net. Well, good evening. This is Dallas here in Bowling Green, K8DLF. We right now are sitting at 78 degrees, or 77, depending on which screen I look at. In any event, it's rather pleasant right now outside. A little breeze blowing, still kind of hazy, but other than that, not too bad. A lot of static crashes, thunderstorms rolling by to the south of us here down towards Findlay and east of there. So that's kind of messing things up on this end. But other than that, not too much going on. I took my vertical antenna down today. I'm going to make some modifications to it because it just has not been working correctly at all. So we're going to see what we can do about that.
So other than that, that's about all I have. So we'll turn it back over to you, Sean. Oh, by the way, I had a 20 over on Bob up there in Windsor, and a good 10 over on you, which is a little bit lower than normal. So the band's definitely screwed up. So anyhow, everybody have a great evening. We'll talk to you later. N8SOB from K8DLF.
All right there, Dallas. Yeah, you started off just about touching the 20 over mark, and as you went to drop down to about a S5, and then to about a 10 over. So yeah, there's not an S5, but the 5 over to 10 over. So there's some pretty good fading in there. But like I said at the beginning, yeah, you were just about 20 over. So band is doing some crazy things tonight, that's for sure. So with that, we'll go ahead and I'm losing my audio there. I have to fix that. There we go. All right, now we got it going. Okay. All right, with that, we'll clear with KDLF. Let's drop down and pick up Ken, Wolverine 336 out of Rochester Hills, and 8 to COQ. Good evening, Ken. You're the bottom of the list.
N8SOB and 8 COQ. So thanks for picking us up, Sean. You had a beautiful, beautiful signal when you first checked in. 5.9 over F9. Down to about 5 over F9. So hopefully you're propagation change. Wanted to say hello to everybody. Thank you, Sam. And we ran into Taz and Doris at one of the swaps and managed to make it to the trunk swap on Saturday. So we've been getting a little bit more stuff done, and we're happy to be back up on the air here. And solar-wise, about 5 nice sunspot groups. Temperature here is saying that it's 75. So that's the situation right now in Rochester Hills. And we'll pass it back over to you, Kenny, SOB, and the wonderful Wolverine, November 8, Charlie, Oscar, Quebec.
All right, real good there. Good to get you in here tonight there, Ken, that's for sure. And, yeah, I want to say you're definitely a little stronger when you first checked in, that's for sure. So definitely real nice sounding radio there, really clean, real nice and warm sounding audio. So definitely hats off to you with a good sounding station there, Ken. Glad you could come aboard tonight and get on my list, that's for sure. I don't have too much of you here, really. 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th time I've had you check in with me, so good deal. Always like to get some Wolverine members in here. We don't get in here too often. So, hey, you take it easy, and hope to get in here real soon again. So with that, we'll clear with N8COQ. He was the bottom of my list. Do I have anybody else that wants to check in to the Wolverine single sideband net? It is instant service. Give me a call.
Alpha Juliet 0 with X-ray.
Got you, Andrew. Anybody else? All right, it's just you, my friend. Go ahead, pick it up. N8SOB, over to you.
On the net was out doing some yard work earlier. Kind of got a sore throat now from all the Canadian smoke that's out there. But yeah, my lawn looks good now, and hopefully don't have to cut it for another week here. Other than that, haven't done too much on the radio. I just hear Len early on the net mention his that antenna workshop. I was there. It was a pretty good time. We were able to build an antenna and make a contact with someone in North Carolina. A lot of the newer hams love that. So with that, back to net, AJ0WX.
All right there, Andrew. Well, good deal that you were part of that get-together there with Leonard there and then that antenna group. Yeah, you had mentioned this throwing up a 10-meter dipole and making the contact in North Carolina. That was pretty neat. So good deal. Glad you were part of that there, bud. And you're sounding good. You had a good copy on you here up here into the Port Huron area tonight. Thanks for checking in, my friend. Definitely always a pleasure. So with that, we'll clear with AJ0WX. And again, this is the bottom of my list. Do I have anybody else wanting to check in to the Wolverine single sideband net? Please call N8SOB.
Let me take care of you with a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim. You were just a little low. You kind of faded down on me. What was that again, Jim?
The other plans coming up?
He's asking about the picnic.
Oh, yeah, the picnic is August the 12th. August the 12th in Romulus at Taz and Doris's house.
August the 12th. All right, thanks. I'll try to make some better plans this year.
Yeah, August 12th starts at noon, and either Taz or Doris are good on Q or Z, and that's where it's going to be at this year. So hopefully you can make some plans and make it on down. That'd be good to see you, Jim.
Comment.
Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, Jim, all the info is available on the Wolverine Single Sideband Net website. The directions, the addresses, and all you have to do is go to WSSBN.com, and it's all there. We'd love to see you. Sorry, double.
No, you didn't double there. He thought you were done talking. The band took a big shift. So, when you were talking about needing an amplifier, Jim, definitely don't hold your station too down there. It's the band tonight. The band is not in very good shape, so not in our favor. So, yeah, like Sam said, just go to our website, check that out. It's all on there. And if you write down August 12th at noon and just get their address, you know where to go, my friend. Have a good night there, Jim. Any other check-ins before we turn it over to normal amateur use and shut the net down? This is N8SOB and the Wolverine Single Sideband Net.
Don't forget I need an RSVP also.
Oh yeah, and if you know you're going to come there, Jim, you let Doris know that you're going to come, right, Roger?
Yes, sir. I'll be getting back with you.
All right, real good there. Okay, yeah, thanks for mentioning that. I forgot all about that, Doris. Okay, one last call. Anybody else? All right, well, with hearing nothing, I would like to thank everyone who checked into the net tonight. Definitely made it a great one, especially with the yo-yo band we had. We had a better pre-net than we did net. Normally that kind of changes, but other than that, this is N8SOB, your net control station from Port Huron, Michigan, now closing this evening's edition of the wonderful Wolverine Single Sideband Net. Good night and 7-3 to all.
I have the file.
Roger. Thank you, Doris.
Thank you for running it. Doris, have a good evening. You and Taz should have too much fun. N8XUI 7-3 to all.